line that I love that just sums up the show is when Claire is laying there on that, you know, that autopsy table, and she looks down and she's like,
holy sh...
You're like, what?
Oh my...
That is the reaction we want everyone to have at the end of every episode. And I don't know one episode where we haven't been able to do that.
Heroes to me is about ordinary people in ordinary lives that discover that they have this kind of power, and it's kind of their journey of discovering how it's going to affect their lives.
The abilities, they appear once or twice in an episode. It's really about how the people with the abilities are dealing with having these abilities, and also how the people around them who don't have any abilities are dealing with them once they find out about them.
Okay. Fine. Okay.
These are characters that everyone can relate to, ordinary people. There's the Japanese drone employee who's been living this mundane life for so long, yet he goes home and reads comic books and it just revels in the fact that there are heroes that are out there. There's the cop who wants to be a better cop, who wants to pull his marriage together. There's a single mother who's just trying to raise her child. The politician, he's given this ability, and does he share it with the public? Will that scare them away? His brother, the nurse, who has never really taken a stand for himself and knows that he's got some sort of a destiny. And of course there's Isaac, this painter who is struggling with the fact that he paints incredible paintings, predicting the future, but he can only paint it when he's on drugs.
And trying to make sense of it all is the teenager from Texas, a cheerleader who is growing up a little too fast.
This is Claire Bennett. That was attempt number 6.
Teenage dreams so hard to beat. Every time she walks down the street, another girl in the neighborhood. Wish she was mine, she looks so good. I wanna hold her tight. And teenage kicks right through.
Oh my God. Oh my God. How hot do you think it is in there? Turn on the camera.
The perfect setting for Claire to try out her powers was this furnace of fire and smoke. But before she could help save the day, the hero's special effects team had to create a scene that was epic in scale and fiery in nature.
A lot of our effects are movie quality. You don't have the luxury sometimes of time prep like a film, but having film experience, I mean, it really helps. And my guys are great because, I mean, we have guys just coming off of Die Hard.
Take it easy, take it easy.
Okay, full flame up.
So there's a lot of big movie experience on the show.
You know, come up and see it sooner, and don't worry that I see the ambulance. As you've seen the tractor, it's kind of cool, and wrap around the tractor and reveal everything else.
We had one large sequence to try and sell Claire's ability to regenerate was her running through a fire, saving a fireman in a burning train car. So we simulated a train crash. Real train cars laid over with cranes in an agriculture part of California, north of Los Angeles. Propane fed all the cars with a slotted pipe and had a lot of diesel mix and flammable liquids to sell the black smoke.
Hey, Mark! You want me not to come back with the Action!
Once all the props are laid out and the trains are laying on its side, you look at the lens and you see what kind of elements you could add to that maybe weren't scripted or that would just make the shot better. So when Claire is running, we came up with a propane explosion just to give it a little threatening business. And we went through about 3,000 gallons of propane, and it was a big job.
Let's cut.
Boy, it just hasn't stopped from there.
With the special effects team having created their carnage, it's over to Claire to be the hero of the hour.
She is a normal teenage girl, cheerleader, and, you know, through these events, she finds out that she can't hurt herself. She gets a cut and she watches the blood go rush back into the cut and, like, close itself off and heal. And she starts doing all these tests, trying to see if she can hurt herself.
Set speed.
Okay, full flame.
D-speed.
Now. There they are.
This guy is stuck in the train, and I basically walk in and save him. And, you know, they're cleaning me up where my arm was on fire, and they realize that there's nothing wrong with me.
There's no burns.
Here! Right, cut.
And she realizes there's something seriously, I don't know whether it's wrong with her or right, but there's something different about her. We did the scene where I stick my hand down the garbage disposal, and I had to hold up my arm, and it's an exact replica of my arm, painted, everything, and they have these almost like puppeteers who work the hand, and they bloodied it up and bent the fingers back, and it was so nasty. I was cringing. I was like, no, my hand!
On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the grossest, I actually would probably rate this at around an 8.5 to a 9, just because of the heinous factor of seeing a hand that is just mangled. So the psychological aspect of the grossness, I think, would put it up pretty high. Her hand goes in, garbage disposal spins, so it would probably twist her fingers as well. So we have this motion that actually turns the fingers in a lateral. So you've got that. We have the grasping fingers to hold the ring that she drops, and Erin was actually underneath placing the ring in her fingers so that when it came out she had the ring, and then the fingers will rotate, and when we pull they mangle. And about as awkward an angle as fingers could possibly go, and they go back to normal again.
Oh.
Claire's ability is regeneration, and she is not indestructible as she has been described.
Claire! Claire!
You see her on the slab, and she is dead. Had that thing not been removed, when it was, she would have died. And from that moment on, it is clear that she is touched. She is one of the specials, and everything changes from that point forward.